I went to the movies and I was still undecided whether to watch Kingsman or Hot Tub Time Machine. However, there was one movie that kinda caught my attention. So, at the spur of the moment, I opted to see that flick instead. Yeah.
Right here. Let's go.
Hi, Faceless here, and what movie was it that distracted me from the other two movies? The DUFF. For those of you that don't know, DUFF is an acronym for Designated Ugly Fat Friend. Well then, that's kinda mean. Anyway, here's the plot. Bianca Piper, played by Mae Whitman, is a high school senior who is smart and kinda rough on the edges. And what I meant by rough on the edges, I don't mean just her looks, but her whole general demeanor. She's somewhat of a tomboy who wears ripped jeans and flannel shirts, almost kind of a grunge look. She hangs out with two other friends who are, comparably speaking, more attractive than she is. She also has a hots for this guy that plays guitar. You know, the type of guy who hangs out in the school lawn and just plays music all day? The other character in the story is the captain of the football team, Wesley Rush, played by Robbie Amell, who is Bianca's neighbor. Bianca pretty much puts up with him and, in most cases, rather not have anything to do with him in the first place. So all three girls go to this party, which isn't really Bianca's thing, and finds Wesley there and conversate with him for a little bit. But Wesley kind of basically tells her what her status is in the whole high school hierarchy. Of course, she doesn't take it well, and to Wesley's defense, he didn't really mean anything bad by it, just calling it out as it is. Eventually, she sees the truth in what Wesley was saying to her, and it kind of makes her upset, enough to cut her friends out entirely. Wanting to change from being the DUFF, she enlists the help of the very same guy that enlightened her in the first place. In exchange, Bianca agrees to help Wesley raise his grades so that way he could stay on the football team and get his scholarship. The classic you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours situation. Wesley's ex-girlfriend, Madison, played by Bella Thorne, still has a thing for Wes. Well, in old, mean, popular high school girl fashion, makes fun of Bianca to drive her away from the jock. It works for a little bit, but Bianca manages to maintain the agreement they had, and their friendship. What follows next is a standard montage of an awkward girl changing her image. And the film pretty much plays out how you would expect it to play out. The jock teaches the awkward girl how to better herself, in turn he gets his passing grade. Awkward girl gets the cojones to go out with the guy that she has the hots for, only to find out that the guy is a douchebag and realizes that she's really attracted to the jock. And in turn the jock is attracted to the awkward girl, but instead goes with the bitchy popular girl. Awkward girl gets hurt, mopes around for a weekend, she goes and makes up with her two friends and they become besties again. Then they eventually go to the homecoming dance. The girl goes from looking awkward to major hottie. The jock basically tells the superficial bitch on wheels to take a hike and hooks up with the now awkward hottie, and they live happily ever after. End. Oh, they end up together? Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Really, boss? You were surprised?
As you can guess, this is the same kind of formula that we all seen in these types of teen drama comedy movies of the past. It reminds me of the other movies like Can't Buy Me Love, Drive Me Crazy, She's All That. You get the point. I mean, basically, you know where this story's going from the get-go and how it's going to end. All around, the plot isn't really showing you anything new. Now, I did have a few good laughs, and the on-screen chemistry between Whitman and Amell was really good. I mean, I believed in the budding relationship, and it played out pretty well. I guess the biggest complaint that I have for this movie is that it does use the same recycle formula, but it doesn't make it a bad movie. I enjoyed it for the most part. The premise of this at some level is kind of relatable. We've all been that person where you were considered as the DUFF at one point in time. Plus, the film does kind of touch on little things like cyberbullying and takes it serious. To a point, and it kind of makes you feel for Bianca where you really start caring for her. Hell, you even start caring for her and Wesley and what happens to them. And then in the end, the movie did have a lesson, and it was a pretty good lesson. Know who you really are, and just own it. And for that, the movie wins some points with me. So my final recommendation? Clearly this movie was made for teens and young adults. So for those guys, I would pick it up on DVD. For the rest of us, wait until it comes out on cable or Netflix. Well, this wraps up this episode. If you have any comments, please feel free to post them below. You can also visit me at peanutbutterdisaster.com and take a look at other critics that we have, such as Michael Keene's Season Pass.
Read the fucking title, moron. Jesus, I can't do everything for you.
He reviews mostly TV shows that only have one season, or failed pilots. His sense of humor and commentary.
Damn Bamf! Malcolm's dad is a slice of prime rib, motherfucker!
Who's so
fucking sexy. Oh, baby blue, baby blue. Oh.
I'm gonna be honest, we'll have you rolling.
Crazy, right?
And if you have an interest in starting your own YouTube channel, check out newtubers.org. It's a great community of people that will help you get started, and they will welcome you with open arms.
My name is Cow Warrior, and welcome back to my channel.
It's Nathan Dies a Lot, the show where I play retro video games until the very first game over.
Want to have a chance to get it? Just comment in the comments.
Some movies, though, don't have a whole lot of good to say.
And lastly, if you hadn't done so yet, hit the subscribe button for more upcoming reviews and videos.
Boss? Am I Duff?
Yes, RJ, you're Duff. But you're my Duff.
Aw, shucks.
This is Faceless, signing off.
Right here. Let's go.
Peanut butter disaster.